Hey, welcome to my art room. I'm back and I decided, I just want to have some fun right now, especially since there's a lot of not fun going on. I just want to get back into the drawing mood and just do some fan art.
Nickelodeon.
Fan art is great. Fan art is sometimes what you use to practice on. Sometimes you just want to show your love for something. Sometimes it's the very first things you start to draw when you're growing up. And then I thought, why not just do a whole week of it? Introducing Nickelodeon Fan Art Week. So I'm doing 5 days of fan art for Nick shows that I grew up with or love or things like that. And of course the first one I want to do is Rugrats. Now, if you're like some baby zoomer or whatever, actually, what am I saying? They show this still on TV, I think. But anyway, Rugrats was a Klasky Csupo show, one of the first Nicktoons on the channel back in the early 90s. And it revolved around Tommy Pickles and his friends Phil, Lil, Chuckie, and their antagonists, Angelica. Mostly just trying to understand the world, misinterpreting it, and being babies. It was like the biggest show on Nick at one point and spawned Rugrats the movie, Rugrats in Paris the movie, and even spin-offs like Preschool Days, and of course the popular All Grown Up that actually lasted 5 seasons. Holy crap. And I was a big fan of Rugrats and the Rugrats cinematic universe. It's just one of those cartoons I grew up with, and in the 90s, Klasky Csupo anything was my jam. They look weird, they sound weird, but my favorite character design always been Chuckie. Chuckie's been my favorite since I was a little kid. Somewhere in the archives of Viga is a picture of me standing next to him at freaking Nick Studios back in Universal Studios, Florida. Man, remember Nick Studios? Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida? Oh, that is some 90s right there. Anyway, Chuckie always appealed to me most. In terms of looks, it's their wild hair and their glasses. I love the color palette of their outfit. It's just, Rugrats design-wise is just very weird. And when you think about it, it's just, well, that kind of Klasky Csupo style, where everyone's pretty lumpy and strange looking, but also it's cute in a way. Now, Chuckie in Rugrats was the best friend of Tommy, but also pretty much a scaredy cat. And in All Grown Up, he was more like the voice of reason, but also had a little bit of anxiety maybe. So my take on him is someone in their 20s, someone who's way more relaxed, kind of grown up, still anxious sometimes, but working through it, still friends with everyone. And with the outfit, I wanted to reference the original, like how the specials and the flashbacks did. Like in the first All Grown Up special, they basically did a preteens take on their baby outfits. And whenever they did flashbacks in All Grown Up, they would do that same thing with their various ages. But yeah, it just reminds me of like a few years ago, like in the 2010s, it was a big trend started of just drawing characters but aging them up and making them fashion. Celeste Doodles is one of those that are well known for doing that back then, and I've been such a fan of her work ever since. With my take, I wanted to go more cartoony, not just like the show, because I like more rounded characters, and I draw, I kind of draw more from the modern look of cartoons. But also I figured, what if he just kept growing out his long hair and just made it like a ponytail? Kind of looks like a programmer or something. I could totally look at this dude and think, yeah, you freaking work in like Silicon Valley, but you don't make enough, so you live in your car. Too real? Too real. Or maybe he's like a YouTuber with Tommy or something. That totally, if they brought back All Grown Up, like now, they would like try to be TikTok stars or something. Another thing with the Chuckie design I made was I looked at some reference of guy clothing and I found this male model with kind of a matching shorts and shirt set and a t-shirt, and I was like, yeah, let's put Chuckie in that, like make him fashion. And actually have his shoes tied, because he can tie his shoes now. Seriously, look at a lot of the promotional art, and in the show, he has his shoes untied all the time. Well, this Chuckie has gotten over his shoe phobia and is now tying his shoes. Take that, world. And I wanted to keep his little Saturn symbol because it's just cute. But yeah, Chuckie's always been my favorite character. And this Chuckie, you know what? 20-something, maybe YouTuber, maybe some sort of game designer. I could just imagine a lot with this one. So what will be the next Nick fan art that I tackle? Well, maybe something a bit angry. And if you're looking forward to it, come back to the channel. Also, check out my Teespring, link down below. I'm gonna start putting up some more stuff I did on Redbubble, but I'm kind of going away from that. And of course, my Patreon, you get these videos first, as well as some other behind the scenes stuff and sketches, as well as some drawing challenges I only do there, such as Drawgist. Watch me have mental breakdowns on Twitter, and check out my Instagram, which I really need to update. Anyway, remember, have heart, stay hyped, art hard.